left when I was building. Now you see the view. You left when I was building. Now you see the view. Back when all I had were dreams and 100 things to prove. You got tired of the process, wanted something easier. To know the man you doubted was becoming something serious. Now the city's underneath me, glass walls and quiet nights. Funny how the same stars shine on both sides of different lives. I don't say that out of spite, I don't say that with resentment. I'm just looking at the distance and respecting why it happens. Sometimes the people who leave become the reason you evolve. Sometimes heartbreak answers questions I never saw. Your goodbye became my upgrade. Your absence became my focus. Every night I thought I'd lose it. Made me stronger than I noticed. Now I'm standing where I pray to be, with a clearer state of mind. Her loss, my upgrade. That's just like sometimes. My upgrade, yeah. That's just life sometimes. I remember all the promises made under city lights, back when we were chasing futures, trying to get everything right. You wanted certainty, I couldn't give it then. I was still becoming the version of me I am. Now success feels quiet, not loud as some people never mention. The higher you climb, the more you value peace and protection. So I stopped explaining myself, stopped trying to be understood. The right people recognize growth, what I need improved. I don't regret the story, even if it didn't last, because every chapter helped me become this man. Your goodbye became my upgrade. Your absence became my focus. Every night I thought I'd lose it. Made me stronger than I noticed. Now I'm standing where I prayed to be, with a clearer state of mind. Her loss, my upgrade. That's just life sometimes. My upgrade. Stop looking backwards. The moment I found purpose, I stopped questioning names. The moment I found meaning, and maybe we were meant forever. Maybe we were meant for growth. Maybe losing each other was how we both move forward. No revenge, no competition, no need to compare life. Just gratitude for every lesson hidden inside goodbye. Your goodbye became my upgrade. Your absence became my focus. Every night I thought I'd lose it. Made me stronger than I noticed. Now I'm standing where I pray to be, with a clearer state of mind. Her love, my upgrade. That's just life sometimes. That's just life sometimes. Ooh, yeah. My upgrade. Ooh, my upgrade. Ooh, fade away. found myself, and somehow I think I won. She found someone. I found myself, and somehow I think I won. I remember when I heard the news, thought it hit me harder than it does. Thought I'd spend another year trying to replace what was. Instead I sat alone one night, watching headlights cross the rain, and realized the man I used to be would never be the same. Not because of heartbreak, not because of pain, cause somewhere in the process I finally changed. The city kept moving, the seasons kept turning, and every lesson life delivered became something worth learning. I won't pretend it didn't hurt, but pain and growth often share the same door. She found someone, I found myself, and maybe that's the better ending. She found comfort, I found purpose, and a peace worth protecting. I stopped searching for what left and started building what remains. She found someone, I found myself, and nothing's been the same. Nothing's been the same. Everybody thinks the victory is finding somebody new. Nobody talks about the power of becoming someone true. I learned to enjoy my own company, learned to trust my own pace, learned that validation loses value when self-respect takes its place. Now the penthouse feels peaceful, not empty. The silence feels earned, not lonely. The mirror finally reflects a man I recognize completely. Oh, maybe closure isn't getting answers, maybe closure is becoming better. Maybe moving on is remembering without returning. She found someone, I found myself, and maybe that's the better ending. She found comfort, I found purpose, and a peace worth protecting. I stopped searching for what left and started building what remains. She found someone, I found myself, and nothing's been the same. And nothing's been the same. Maybe we both got what we needed, just in different forms. Maybe life was never choosing sides. Maybe life was helping us transform. I wish you happiness, I wish me growth, and somehow both can exist. No jealousy, no comparison, no competition, just gratitude for every version of me that survived the transition. She found someone, I found myself, and maybe that's the better ending. She found comfort, I found purpose, and a peace worth protecting. myself, and nothing's been the same. No, nothing's been the same. From someone I found myself. Found myself. Yeah. Fade away. She chose the easy road. I chose the one that changed me. She chose the easy road. I chose the one that changed me. Back when the future looked distant and every step felt uncertain, you wanted guarantees, I was still out here earning. The nights were getting longer, the pressure getting heavier, but every sacrifice was building something bigger than forever. You looked at the mountain and turned around. I looked at the mountain and started climbing. Now the city glows below me, like a map of every mile, and every scar reminds me why the struggle was worthwhile. The hardest roads usually lead to the best view. She chose the easy road. I chose the one that changed me. She chose comfort. I chose becoming everything they said I'd never be. She chose the shortcut. I chose the journey. Now the distance tells the truth. Some people want the shelter. Some people want the view. Growth feels lonely before it feels rewarding. Funny how discipline hurts before it starts transforming. Everybody loves the outcome, nobody loves the process. Nobody celebrates consistency until it starts looking like success. Now my focus feels expensive, my energy feels protected. My standards sit higher and my future feels respected. Not because life got easier, because I got stronger. There's a difference. Oh, the road that built me was never meant to be easy. She chose the easy road. I chose the one that changed me. She chose comfort. I chose becoming everything they said I'd never be. She chose the shortcut. I chose the journey. Now the distance tells the truth. Some people want the shelter. Some people want the view. Maybe comfort has a price. Maybe growth has one too. The difference is only one of them leaves you proud of who you became. No regret, no resentment, no need to compare past. Just gratitude for the road that made me who I am. She chose the easy road. I chose the one that changed me. She chose comfort. I chose becoming everything they said I'd never be. She chose the shortcut. I chose the journey. Now the distance tells the truth. Some people closer. Some people want the view. Some people want the view. She chose the easy want the view. Fade away. Fade away. She was waiting for results while I was becoming one. She was waiting for results while I was becoming one. Back when all I had was vision and the future still undone. You wanted proof in your hands, I only had belief. You wanted certainty, I was learning how to lead. The city felt so far away back when I was on the ground. Now the skyline knows my story. Hey, every light a different chapter now. I remember every sacrifice, every night I almost quit, every moment life was testing whether I was built for this. Most people love the outcome, few people love the process. That's the difference. She was waiting for results, I was becoming one. She was counting finished victories, I was building from none. She was waiting for proof, I was learning how to trust. Now the life I once imagined looks back at who I was. She was waiting for results, I was becoming one. Becoming one, becoming one, yeah. Becoming one. Funny how success arrives quietly after years of noise. Funny how confidence appears after enough difficult choices. Everybody wants the penthouse, nobody wants the pressure. Everybody loves the finish line, nobody loves the effort. Now my peace feels expensive, my focus feels rare, and every goal I prayed for feels a little closer here. Not because life got easier, because I became stronger. The man I needed finally caught up with the dream. The reward was never the money, the reward was becoming me. She was waiting for results, oh, I was becoming one. She was counting finished victories, I was building from none. She was waiting for proof, I was learning how to trust. Now the life I once imagined looks back at who I was. She was waiting for results, I was becoming one. Invisible while it's being built. Maybe the strongest foundations are buried underneath. Maybe belief is staying committed before the world understands. No resentment, No proving, no need for recognition, just discipline and the satisfaction of keeping promises to myself. She's waiting for results. I was the conduit. She was counting finished victories. I was building from none. She was waiting for proof. I was learning how to trust. Now the life I once imagined looks back at who I was. She was waiting for results. I was becoming one. Becoming one, yeah. Fade away. I thought she was the reward. Turns out she was the lesson. I thought she was the reward. Turns out she was the lesson. Back when I believed love was the finish line. Back when I measured success by who stood by my side. I gave too much, know too much, stayed longer than I should, mistaken potential for something good. Now the city reflects across the windows of my suite, and every hard truth feels a little bittersweet, because the pain I wanted gone became the thing that shaped me, and the woman I couldn't keep taught me what I needed. Some people enter your life to stay. Some people enter your life to change it. She was the lesson, not the reward. The storm before the calm, the light before the door. She was the lesson, not the reward. The reason I became everything I was searching for. Now I understand why she had to go. Funny how maturity sounds a lot like silence. Funny how peace will rise when you stop resisting. Everybody wants the blessing, nobody wants the preparation. Nobody wants the heartbreak before the transformation. I stopped needing closure, stopped needing explanation, stopped asking life for different outcomes and started appreciating the road that brought me here. Because every setback quietly redirected me. I don't miss the relationship, I miss the version of me that still thought happiness lived in somebody else. She was the lesson, not the reward. The storm before the calm, the lock before the door. She was the lesson, not the reward. The reason I became everything I was searching for. Now I understand why she had to go. Maybe life removes people when their purpose is complete. Maybe growth begins where confidence. Maybe every heartbreak carries in no desire to relive it. Just respect for the lesson and gratitude for surviving it. She was the lesson, not the reward. The storm before the calm, the lock before the door. She was the lesson, not the reward. The reason I became everything I was searching for. Now I understand why she had to go. Why she had to go. She was a lesson, not the reward. Had to go. Fade away. Fade away. The best revenge was disappearing, not explaining where I went. The best revenge was disappearing, not explaining where I went. No dramatic goodbye, no speeches, no final argument. I just stopped showing up where I wasn't appreciated. Stopped watering places where nothing ever grew. Stopped losing sleep trying to convince people of the truth. Now the skyline shines different when your conscience feels clean. Funny how peace arrives the moment you stop being seen. I used to think revenge meant proving something. Now I know it means moving on. The best revenge was disappearing, building a life nobody expected. The best revenge was disappearing and becoming someone respected. No loud announcements, no public victories, just growth so undeniable it rewrote the history. The best revenge was disappearing. 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 Everybody wants attention until they discover peace. Everybody wants recognition until they finally feel complete. I stopped chasing explanations, stopped chasing apologies, stopped needing closure from people who couldn't give it honestly. Now my energy feels expensive, my focus feels protected, my circle feels smaller, and somehow life feels perfected. Not because everything worked out, because I learned to adapt. Every closed door redirected me, and I never looked back. Sometimes silence says more than any speech ever could. The best revenge was disappearing, building a life nobody expected. The best revenge was disappearing and becoming someone respected. No loud announcements, no public victories, just growth so undeniable it rewrote the history. The best revenge was disappearing. Maybe winning isn't defeating people. Maybe winning is defeating old habits. Maybe success isn't being noticed. Maybe success is being at peace when nobody's watching. No resentment, no bitterness, no score to settle, just purpose, just discipline. was disappearing. The best revenge was disappearing. Yeah. Fade away. Fade away. I became everything they said I wouldn't. Now the city knows my name. I became everything they said I wouldn't. And now the city knows my name. Back when I was louder than every dream I had. Back when people laughed politely at the plans inside my head. They said, be realistic. They said, lower your expectations. They never understood the power of dedication. I spent nights alone, building something nobody could see, while everybody else was sleeping. I was becoming me. Now the skyline glows beneath me, like proof that patience pays. And every closed door in my past quietly helped create this place. The funny thing about belief is nobody notices until it works. I became everything they said I wouldn't. Turned every doubt into momentum. I became everything they said I couldn't. Now my peace is expensive, and my focus is priceless. I became everything they never saw coming. Never saw coming. Never saw coming. Funny how success changes conversations. Funny how silence becomes respect. Funny how people start believing after you've already placed the bet. I don't hold grudges, I don't keep score. The only thing I compete with is who I was before. The watch is nicer, the view is higher, but that's not why I'm proud. The real victory happened the day I stopped needing the crowd. The strongest validation comes from keeping promises to yourself. I became everything they said I wouldn't. Turned every doubt into momentum. I became everything they said I couldn't. Now my peace is expensive, and my focus is priceless. I became everything never saw coming. Maybe the reason they doubted was because they couldn't see it. Maybe the reason I succeeded was because I believed it when nobody else did. No revenge, no proving people wrong, just proving myself right. One day at a time. I became everything they said I wouldn't. Turned every doubt into momentum. I became everything they said I couldn't. Now my peace is expensive, and my focus is priceless. I saw coming. No, we never saw coming. I became everything they said I wouldn't. Oh, never saw coming. Never saw coming. Fade away. You got better without us, and I hate that it's true. You got better without us, and I hate that it's true. I thought I'd lose the color the moment I lost you. Now the skyline looks clean, the air feels easier to breathe. Funny how the thing I feared the most became exactly what I need. Used to leave a light on, waiting for your call. Now I sleep through every night without wondering at all. The city keeps moving, the seasons keep changing, and somehow this heart of mine finally stopped breaking. I won't pretend I never miss you, so memories still hit like rain. But every time I look behind me, I remember why we changed. Of you got better without us. The sky got clearer somehow. The noise disappeared, the pressure dissolved, and I can finally hear myself now. Of you got better without us. That's the truth I never planned. Sometimes letting go is how you become the person you're meant to be in the end. Without us, without us, yeah. Everybody talks about finding love, nobody talks about finding peace. Nobody tells you the hardest goodbye might be the one that sets you free. I remember the arguments, the circles we repeat, trying to save something that was already incomplete. Now I move with intention, talk with purpose, protect my energy and trust the process. I learned the strongest men don't chase what wants to leave, they simply open the door and let life reveal what it needs. You were a lesson, not a mistake, and that's the difference. People rarely make. Of you got better without us. The sky got clearer somehow. The noise disappeared, the pressure dissolved, and I can finally hear myself now. Of you got better without us. That's the truth I never planned. Sometimes letting go is how you become the person you're meant to be in the end. Maybe forever was never the goal. Maybe growth was, maybe peace was, maybe the ending hurt because it was necessary. Maybe we were chapters, not the whole story. No blame, no anger, no unfinished conversations, just acceptance in the man who finally trusts the direction. You got better without us. The sky got clearer somehow. The noise disappeared, the pressure dissolved, and I can finally hear myself now. You got better without us. I became the man she doubted. That's the part she never saw. I became the man she doubted. That's the part she never saw. Back when I was chasing visions, with my back against the wall, you said you needed certainty. I could only offer faith. I was trying to build a future. You were focused on the way, so you left and life got heavy. But somehow I carried on. Every setback became fuel. Every lonely night a song. Now the city reflects off the glass like a trophy for surviving. Not because I beat the odds, because I kept arriving. I don't blame you for leaving early. You couldn't see what wasn't finished yet. I became the man she doubted, the one she never stayed to know. Turn my pain into momentum, turn my losses into growth. I became the man she doubted, and honestly, that's okay. Because the version standing here tonight wouldn't exist another way. Another way. Funny how success changes nothing and everything at the same time. The watch got nicer, the view got higher, but peace became the real prize. Everybody wants the ending, nobody loves the climb. Nobody sees the mornings built from difficult nights. I still remember your goodbye, like rain against the window, but it doesn't hurt the same. Now it feels like an old echo. You were part of my story, not the destination. And that's a lesson worth celebrating. I became the man she doubted, the one she never stayed to know. Turn my pain into momentum, turn my losses into growth. I became the man she doubted, and honestly, that's okay. Because the version standing here tonight wouldn't exist another way. Another way, yeah. Maybe some people leave before the harvest comes. Maybe some people only know the unfinished version. Maybe that's life, maybe that's time, maybe becoming requires surviving. No bitterness, no competition, no need to prove anything. The results speak, the peace speaks, the growth speaks. I became the man she doubted, the one she never stayed to know. Turn my pain into momentum, turn my losses into growth. I became the man she doubted, and honestly, that's okay. Because the version standing here tonight wouldn't exist another way. Wouldn't exist another way. Mm-hmm. The night I stopped needing her was the night I found myself. The night I stopped needing her was the night I found myself. Rain falling on the glass, city lights melting into gold. Same skyline, same apartment, different soul. I remember reaching for my phone, then putting it back down for the first time. The silence didn't feel like drowning, it felt like solid ground. Something shifted, something settled, something finally let go. And in that quiet moment, I became someone I didn't know. I spent years trying to keep us alive and forgot to keep myself alive. The night I stopped needing her, the world got bigger somehow. The weight got lighter, the air got clearer, and I could finally breathe now. The night I stopped needing her, I stopped abandoning me, and that's the kind of freedom nobody else can give or take away. Take away. Take away. Funny how attachment disguises itself as love sometimes. Funny how peace arrives the moment you stop trying. Everybody talks about heartbreak, nobody talks about dependence. Nobody talks about the courage required to break it. Now my mornings belong to me, my focus belongs to me, my future belongs to me, and that's a beautiful thing to see. The city still remembers every version of me, but tonight I'm meeting the one I was supposed to be. Maybe healing begins when need becomes choice, and choice becomes peace. The night I stopped needing her, the world got bigger somehow. The weight got lighter, the air got clearer, and I could finally breathe now. The night I stopped needing her, I stopped abandoning me, and that's the kind of freedom nobody else can give up or take away. Maybe the strongest love is the one you give yourself. Maybe the strongest man is the one who's comfortable alone. Maybe what I lost was never meant to stay. Maybe what I found was me. No chasing, no waiting, no hoping she'll return. Just peace, just growth, and lessons finally learned. The missed the best version of me. She left before the bloom, back when all I had was a blueprint, in a dream bigger than the room. You saw the struggle, but not the outcome, the pressure, but not the rise. You left before the long night turned into city light. I don't say that to blame you, I don't say it out of pride. I'm just staring at the skyline, thinking about time in the night. Some people only know your beginning, some people never see your peak. Some people lead the story before the ending gets released. Maybe that's okay, maybe that's life. Maybe not everyone is meant to stay for the climb. She missed the best version of me, the calm after the storm, the man who learned to love himself, the man I became from being torn. She missed the best version of me, but I don't hold it against her, because if she never left, I might have never become better. Become better, yeah, become better. Funny how success feels different than I imagined years ago. I thought it would feel louder, but mostly it feels like growth. The penthouse isn't the victory, the money isn't the proof. The real one is looking in the mirror and finally liking the truth. No more chasing validation, no more forcing things to fit, no more sacrificing peace, relationships that never did. I learned that self-respect changes everything around you, and the moment I found mine, the whole world felt brand new. I don't need another chance to rewrite what happened then, because the life I'm living now already made a man. Hey. She missed the best version of me, the calm after the storm, the man who learned to love himself, the man I became from being torn. She missed the best version of me, but I don't hold it against her, because if she never left, I might have never become better. Become better, become better. Maybe some departures are hidden gifts, maybe some endings create the shift. Maybe every heartbreak carries a lesson waiting underneath it. Maybe becoming who you're meant to be requires losing who you were. No anger, no resentment, no need to be understood. Just gratitude for every moment that pushed me toward my purpose. She missed the best version of me, the calm after the storm, the man who learned to love himself, the man I became from being torn. She missed the best version of me, but I don't hold it against her, because if she never left, I might have never become better. No, I might have never become better. Become better, yeah. She wanted attention, I wanted peace, that's where the distance began. She wanted attention, I wanted peace, that's where the distance began. Every conversation felt like pressure, every silence felt like a chest. I kept trying to understand her while forgetting to protect myself. You wanted constant reassurance, I wanted trust without conditions. You wanted proof every evening, I wanted space for my ambitions. The city lights don't ask for anything, they simply shine. Maybe that's why I spend these nights watching them instead of looking behind. I wasn't hard to love, I was just tired of proving it every day. She wanted attention, I wanted peace. One of us needed noise, one of us needed release. Wanted attention, I wanted peace. And somewhere in between, we became two different dreams. She wanted attention, I wanted peace. Ooh, wanted peace, yeah. Wanted peace, yeah. Funny how clarity arrives after enough distance. Funny how the truth appears once emotion loses influence. I thought losing you would leave a hole inside me. Instead it left a silence where I could finally find me. Now my mornings feel lighter, my focus feels expensive, my energy feels protected, my future feels impressive. Not because you're gone, but because I stopped abandoning myself, trying to save something that wasn't healthy. Some relationships end, not because love disappeared, but because peace did. She wanted attention, I wanted peace. One of us needed noise, one of us needed release. She wanted attention, I wanted peace. But somewhere in between, we became two different dreams. She wanted attention, I wanted peace. Wanted peace, yeah. Wanted peace, yeah. Maybe love isn't enough when priorities don't align. Maybe chemistry means nothing without peace of mind. Maybe the strongest choice is walking away calmly instead of staying and losing yourself slowly. No anger, no blame, no need to choose sides. Just acceptance and a better understanding of what I need in life. She wanted attention, I wanted peace. One of us needed noise, one of us needed real. She wanted attention, I wanted peace. And somewhere in between, we became two different dreams. She wanted attention, I wanted peace. She lost her through the storm, never saw the sunrise after. She left her in the storm, never saw the sunrise after. Back when every day felt heavy, back when every wind came slower, and I was carrying pressure, like the world sat on my shoulders. You saw the rain but not the rainbow. You saw the struggle but not the growth. You saw the sleepless nights, but never stayed to see them pay off. Now the skyline shines below me, like a dream that survived doubt. Every light another reminder of what persistence is all about. Some people leave when the weather changes. Some people stay and build with you. She left her in the storm, never saw the sky clear up, never saw the prayers answered, never saw the doors open up. She left her in the storm before the harvest came around. Now I'm standing in the sunlight, looking at the clouds that once held me down. Held me down. Yeah. Held me down. Everybody wants the view, nobody wants to climb. Everybody wants a story, nobody wants the hard times. I remember all the uncertainty, the fear hidden in ambition, the nights I doubted everything, still moving with conviction. Now my peace feels earned, my focus feels expensive, my standards feel higher, my future feels impressive. Not because I made it, because I survived becoming. There's a difference. The storm wasn't punishment, the storm was preparation. She left her in the storm, never saw the sky clear up, never saw the prayers answered, never saw the doors open up. She left her in the storm before the harvest came around. Now I'm standing in the sunlight, looking at the clouds that once held me purpose. Maybe the pressure created strength. Maybe every difficult season was shaping my name. Maybe what felt like breaking was actually building something stronger under me. She left and somehow life got quieter. I stopped explaining myself, and somehow life got quieter. Used to spend hours defending choices nobody understood, trying to make my vision fit inside somebody else's view. Used to over-explain my silence, over-explain my ambition, over-explain every move, like I needed permission. Now the city glows below me, and the view says enough. Success taught me something simple: results speak louder than us. The less I talk, the more I build, the more I build, the less I care. Not everyone will understand you, and that's okay. Not everyone is supposed to. I stopped explaining myself, and peace walked through the door. I stopped explaining myself and needed approval no more. The people who get it, get it. The people who don't, never will. I stopped explaining myself and finally stood still. Funny how silence gets mistaken for weakness by insecure minds. Funny how confidence gets quieter the more it matures with time. I don't need to prove my worth to people committed to misunderstanding. I don't need applause to know exactly where I'm standing. The penthouse isn't validation, the money isn't proof. Tonight the city feels calm, like it finally understands the man I became without a single explanation. Strongest moves often happen quietly. I stopped explaining myself, and peace walked through the door. I stopped explaining myself. Finally stood still. Maybe maturity is realizing you don't owe everybody an explanation. Maybe freedom is trusting yourself without needing agreement. No convincing, no proving, no overthinking, just purpose, just focus, and a life worth living. I stopped explaining myself, and peace walked through the door. I stopped explaining myself and needed approval no more. The people who get it, get it, the people who don't, never will. I stopped explaining myself and finally stood still. And finally stood still. I stopped explaining myself. Stood still, yeah.